Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So here in my bowl I have a pound of ground beef. I also have some black pepper, complete seasoning, meat seasoning. I have onion and garlic powder. I have some breadcrumbs, and I also have an egg. So I will leave the ingredients in the description box, so remember to check it out. So now I'm going to mix to combine my complete season and my meat season together. Then I'm going to add it to the bowl. I will also combine my onion and my garlic powder. So you can add the seasons of your choice. So for this recipe you can also use ground turkey, or if you want to use ground chicken. So after I'm finished adding the egg, I am going to mix the ingredients together because I want to season the meat before I add the breadcrumbs, alright? Because you know we want to do this step so our ground beef can have a lot of flavor, alright? So don't skip this step. So pertaining to the breadcrumbs, I am going to be using a cup, but you know, depending on how yours hold the breadcrumb, alright? So if you add the breadcrumbs and you don't need to add the whole cup, you don't have to add it. Once it's firm and it holds together, then you can just stop adding the breadcrumbs, alright? But I will be using a cup for mine. So just add the breadcrumbs gradually until your meat comes together, because remember we're going to form it into a ball. So at this point I'm going to stop using the spoon and I'm going to be using my hands, because you know using the spoon is not going to come together fully, you know, you have to use your hands, alright? So if you don't want to touch the meat with your bare hands, wear a glove, alright guys? So it may take some time to come together, but just be patient, alright guys? Just keep adding your breadcrumbs and use your hands to mold it together. So at this point it is fully formed, alright? So I'm going to be using some mozzarella cheese. So before you add the mozzarella cheese into your balls, ensure that you put them in the freezer for at least half an hour so that they can, you know, kind of firm up more, alright? Because you know, as I put it in the ball and you add it to the pot, it melts. So here I'm just forming the balls. So you roll it and then you flatten it and use your fingers to kind of make a little hole in the middle. Then you place your cheese. So I'm placing 2 in mine, and I'm going to close it, but ensure that you seal it well, because you don't, as you put your cheese in the hot oil, it starts to melt, alright? We want it to start cook before the cheese starts to melt. So as you can see guys, I've formed most of the balls and I only have one left, alright? So I'm just going to do the same step, then I'm going to start frying them. So guys, depending on the size balls that you want, you form them into that. So I made 8, but you can get more balls from it, alright? So if you need some smaller balls, you know, you have to cut your cheese cubes smaller. So I am finished forming the balls. So as you can see guys, they're big. That's how I like them, alright? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start frying them, but you know we have to eat the oil first, alright? So I'm going to add a little oil into the pot because we don't need a lot to fry it. So here I am adding my balls into the hot oil, and I'm going to fry them on a medium low flame, because guys, remember, we want our meat to cook properly, alright? So we don't want to fry it on a high flame. So you then place them in there, then you're going to lower the flame so that they can fry properly. And the higher the flame is, you know, the faster the cheese melts as well. So just keep it on a low, medium flame. So what I like to do with my balls is when I fry the first side, I flip them over and then I cover the pot and let them steam. So while they're steaming, they're frying and also, you know, they're cooking through, alright? So we don't want to fry both sides and in the middle not fully cooked, alright? So just cover the pot and let it steam while it fries, alright? So as you can see guys, my balls are fully fried, but they're not fried perfectly, you know, but that's okay, because remember we're going to add the sauce. So as you can see guys, some of my cheese is oozing out, alright? But that's okay because the balls are cooked. So I'm just going to add some onion in the middle so that they can add some flavor, and also I'm going to add some garlic because guys, you know, we want our meatballs to full of flavor. All right, so ensure that you add your onions and your garlic. So after you finish adding your onion and your garlic, you're going to cover the pot and let them cook until they are translucent, you know, when they bring out all of that nice flavor. Yes guys, so let's cover the pot. All right, so let it cook for about 2 minutes with the meatballs. So also when you do it this way guys, your meatballs will be juicy and nice. All right, you don't want a dry meatball, you want it to be juicy and nice. All right, so don't skip this step. So now it's time to add the sauce. So you're going to add your favorite pasta sauce. All right, so I'm adding mine. So I'm using a 14-ounce can. So ensure that you use your favorite, all right, your favorite brand. So after I am finished adding the sauce, I like to flip the meatballs so that both sides can absorb the sauce. So after I'm finished doing that, I'm going to cover the pot and let the meatballs cook for about 2 minutes before I start adding seasonings to it. Alright, so if you like, you can just add your pasta sauce and then you don't season up the pot. Alright, because you know the pasta sauce has its own seasonings already, but I like mine to be seasoned throughout. That way you have a very delicious meatball. Alright, so what I'm adding some dry parsley flakes, and I'm also adding some oregano. All right, so also I'm gonna add some sugar because you know you want the sugar to balance the acidity, because you know you don't want when you eat your meatball just stomach burning and all of that. So that's why I like to add it. I'm also gonna add some complete season, and I'm also gonna add some all-purpose season because guys, I love mine to have a lot of flavor. All right, but I did not show that part in the video. I added it off camera. So if you want yours to full of flavor guys, ensure that you add them. Alright, so after I'm finished mixing the ingredients together, I'm going to cover the pot and let them cook for about 8 to 10 more minutes. So I'm gonna eat mine with rice. If you like, you can always have yours with some spaghetti or whatever you want to add yours with. Alright, so at this point you can always add the spaghetti when it dries down a little bit more. So I don't like a lot of sauce, so I'm gonna let most of my sauce dry out. But you can always, you know, leave the amount of sauce that you like. So at this point my meatballs are finished cooking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna put out the flame. So guys, my juicy and delicious meatballs are all done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So now I'm going to use a fork to open one of the meatballs to let you see how it looks inside. Alright, so the reason I added 2 blocks of cheese is because you know some of it might ooze out, so you know when you eat a meatball you don't have any cheese in it. Alright, so ensure that you add more than 1 block of cheese in it. Thank you so much for watching guys. I do appreciate you all. Please remember to give this recipe a try. If you do, please give me your feedback. Also give me a big thumbs up if you like this recipe, as it helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Happy eating.